Happiness is not a distant dream, nor a reward waiting for us after great achievements. It is the moment we live, here and now, in the way we treat ourselves, and in the way we relate to our lives. Every time we accept what we feel, every time we become fully present with awareness, we plant a small seed of happiness inside our hearts. Much of the pain we carry is not caused by life itself, but by our resistance to our emotions. We fear our weakness, run away from sadness, and fight pain instead of understanding it. Yet every honest emotion carries a message. Every difficult experience holds wisdom. And every pain that is embraced becomes a step toward real inner strength. This book is not a collection of advice. It is an invitation to reflection, an invitation to understand our relationship with life and with ourselves. Happiness grows when we stop running, when we live the present moment with awareness, when we treat ourselves with kindness, and when we live in alignment with our deepest values. Your journey toward happiness begins from within, from the way you see yourself and your life. It is not always easy, but it is real and deeply rewarding. Each chapter opens a new door to understanding, to feeling, and to experiencing happiness not as a distant goal, but as a way of living. Before we begin, make sure to like this audiobook and subscribe, because what you are about to hear may be the turning point you have been waiting for. Chapter 1. Why don't we feel happy even when life isn't bad? We do not lack happiness because our lives are dark, but because we look at them through eyes that fail to see the light. Many people have health, safety, and opportunities, yet still feel an inner emptiness. The problem is not what we have, but how we see what we have. A mind addicted to comparison never tastes contentment. A heart that always wants more cannot enjoy what is enough. We live inside an invisible race, constantly looking at others' lives, success, and appearances, measuring ourselves against them. In this race, no matter how much we achieve, we feel behind. No matter how much we own, we feel lacking. We silently tell ourselves every day, "What you have is not enough." And so we suffocate the present moment with dreams that have not yet arrived. Happiness is not stolen from us. We drop it with our own hands when we diminish the value of what we are living now and postpone joy to an uncertain future. Many people say, "I will be happy when," and their lives turn into endless waiting. The comparing mind never rests, but the accepting heart discovers treasures beyond comparison. Acceptance does not mean your life is perfect. It means you stop humiliating it for not being perfect. And only then does peace begin. Chapter 2. The Great Illusion. Happiness is something we reach. We live as if happiness is standing at the end of a long road, running endlessly toward it. I'll be happy when I succeed, when I earn more, when I become better. But when always moves forward, and the closer we get, the farther it feels. Happiness is not a prize after suffering. It is an inner capacity to receive what already exists. Many people achieve everything they dreamed of and still feel empty because achievement was never the real door to happiness. Happiness doesn't come from changing circumstances alone, but from changing how we relate to them. It doesn't say, "Be better first." It says, Allow yourself to be human now. Peace is the root of all happiness. Chapter 3. Why do we reject ourselves? We don't suffer because we are weak or afraid. We suffer because we believe weakness and fear are flaws. From a young age, we learned to smile while hurting and to appear strong while exhausted. So we treat our emotions as enemies, not as messages asking to be understood. But emotions are not the problem. Fighting them is. Real strength comes from acknowledgement, not denial. When you accept yourself, the inner war stops, and energy once wasted in resistance becomes available for healing. Chapter 4. The first door. Acceptance. Acceptance is not weakness. It is quiet courage. It means saying to this moment, I see you as you are. What you resist persists. What you accept softens and moves through. Acceptance does not mean liking everything. It means stopping the extra battle. You cannot heal what you hate. You heal what you hold with care. Chapter 5. How we close the door without realizing. We don't close the door to happiness with locks, but with daily habits, rejecting sadness, shaming fear, and judging weakness. What we refuse inside us doesn't disappear. It hides and returns stronger. Happiness doesn't require a pain-free life, but a life without inner war. Chapter 6. The second door. Presence. Happiness doesn't live in the past or wait in the future. It lives here. We lose life not because it's empty, but because we're not fully present in it. Presence is not complicated. It is a gentle return to breath, sensation, and awareness. Anxiety lives in tomorrow. Regret lives in yesterday. Peace lives only now. Chapter 7. How we escape the present without noticing. We escape through distraction, phones, overthinking, endless scrolling, not to live more but to feel less. Yet what we don't feel cannot heal. Feeling is not weakness. It is courage. Chapter 8. The third door. Self-kindness. We speak to ourselves in ways we would never speak to someone we love. We think harshness will improve us. In reality, it breaks us. Growth needs safety. Healing needs compassion. Kindness toward yourself is not indulgence. It is wisdom. Chapter 9. Why harshness never creates real change. Self-blame does not build discipline. It builds fear. True change begins with understanding, not punishment. A gentle mind learns faster. A supported heart heals deeper. Chapter 10. The fourth door. Meaning. Happiness does not come from an impressive life, but from a life that feels true to you. Meaning is living in alignment with your values, not others' expectations. When life has meaning, even hardship becomes bearable, and ordinary moments become rich. Chapter 11. Why do we feel empty? Emptiness often comes from living someone else's life. It is not a flaw, it is a signal, calling you back to yourself. Chapter 12. The fifth door. Your relationship with pain. Pain is part of life. Suffering comes from resisting it. When you allow pain to exist, the inner war ends, and a quiet strength appears. Pain carries wisdom for those willing to listen. Chapter 13. How Pain Becomes Wisdom. Pain is not punishment, it is information. When listened to, it transforms from burden to teacher. Happiness is not a destination, it is how we walk. It grows through acceptance, presence, self-kindness, meaning, and peace with pain. Life becomes lighter when we stop comparing, escaping, and resisting. Every moment lived with awareness is already happiness in motion. Closing. Before we end this audiobook, we invite you to subscribe and activate notifications to receive more audiobooks that nourish the mind and soul. The Audiobook Magazine grows because of you. Thank you for being part of a community that values reading, awareness, and inner growth. Happiness is not something you reach one day. It is something you practice every day.